Welcome to Brindavan, a Parthasadi family Samarpanam to our beloved parents, a space for enjoying Vaishnava Sampradaya, slokas, songs, Divyadesa Pasarams, and much more.
Namaskaram. Today we will see the artham of Sloka4 of Vishnu Sahasranamam. Ayiram Namangal, Ayiram Gunangal.
रामानुजदयापात्रं ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणं श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यं वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकं श्रीशैलेशदयापात्रं दीपत्यादिगुणात्मकं यतीन्द्रप्रवणं वन्दे रम्यजामातरं मुनिम्
सर्वशर्वशिवस्थाणुर्भूतादिर्निधिरव्ययः सम्भवो भावनो भर्ता प्रभवः प्रभुरीश्वरः.
The first nama in the fourth sloka is Sarvaha, which means everything. Sri Mahavishnu is everything. He is the soul of everything. He is the basis of everything. He is all pervasive and conducts the actions of everything, staying within the person as Antaryami and as Bhagavan, the transcendental power. The Nama is Sarvaya Namaha. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo Mattaha Sarvam Pravartate Iti Matva Bhajante Mam Buddha Bhava Samanvitaha. Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, I am the basis of everything, and everything originates from me. Those who realize this truth pray to me with great faith and devotion. He is the destroyer, that is, he annihilates or he removes the difficulties of his subjects or his devotees of whom he is a part. The Nama is Sharvaha. We have seen this in several instances where Bhagavan comes, like in the Narasimha Avataram, he comes at the call of his little Bhakta Prahlada, and in the Gajendra Moksham, he comes at the call of Gajendra, the elephant who is caught by the crocodile. When he calls Adi Mulame, Perumal is immediately there to annihilate his difficulty. The Nama is Sharvaya Namaha. In Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, verse 7, Bhagavan Krishna says to Arjuna, Kuntiputra, how the life is destroyed by him and it comes back again at the end of every yuga. When it is daytime for Brahma, creation happens, and once it becomes night for Brahma, then the kalpam or the yugam gets over and pralayam comes and everything is destroyed and they all get into Bhagavan as the primordial material energy. The sloka goes as Sarvani Bhutani Kaunteya Prakritim Yanti Mamikam Kalpaksheya Punastani Kalpadau Visrijamyam. Kaunteya means Kuntiputra, or Arjuna, Kunti's son. Prakriti is the universe. Kalpaksheya, whenever the kalpa or the yuga ends. Sarvani Bhutani, everything gets destroyed. Punastani means starts new again. The next Nama is Sivastanur. It means one who does good for his subjects or his devotees. He is stable and never changes, and He graces and gives us all good effects. And once we are happy with them, He gives us even more. And He is never satisfied with what He has given and gives us more and more again and again. And the Nama is Shivaya Namaha or Sthanave Namaha. The fact that Bhagavan Sriman Narayana does all good for his devotees is very well seen in Tirukkovlur, when the Mudalalvar, Poigiyalvar, Bhudathalvar and Peyalvar come to Tirukkovlur and they stay in a small room. ஒருவர் படுக்கலாம், இருவர் உட்காரலாம், மூவர் நிற்கலாம். That is the size of the room where one person can lie down, two persons can sit, and three persons can stand. They are in that kind of a room one night when it is raining and it is dark, and suddenly they find somebody is pushing each one of them. Then they realize it is Bhagavan, Sriman Narayana, and each one of them dedicates 100 songs on Perumal. The first one is Mudal Tiruvandadi. வையம் தகழியா வார்க்கடலே நெய்யாக வெய்ய கதிரோன் விளக்காக செய்ய சுடராழியான் அடிக்கே சூட்டினேன் சொல் மாலை இடராழி நீங்குகவே என்று. The second Tiruvandadi by Bhudathalvar. We will just see the first song of each of the Tiruvandadis. அன்பே தகழியா ஆர்வமே நெய்யாக இன்பு சிந்தை இடுதிரியா நண்புருகி ஞானச் சுடர் விளக்கேற்றினேன் நாரணர்க்கு ஞானத் தமிழ் புரிந்த நான். In the third Tiruvandadi, Peyalvar sings about what he sees. திருக்கண்டேன் பொன்மேனி கண்டேன் திகழும் மறுக்கன் அணிநிறமும் கண்டேன் செருக்கிளரும் பொன்னாழி கண்டேன் புரிசங்கம் கை கண்டேன் என் நாழி வண்ணன் பால் என்று. He says that he saw the golden hue of Perumal's Tirumeni, and he saw the Perumal with Changa Chakaram. What a beautiful sight they must have all had. Very blessed. And we are blessed to sing those songs which they have composed. The next two namas are Bhutadi and Didravyaya. Bhutadi means one who is sought after by everybody. All the beings are eager to reach him eventually by attaining moksha and getting liberation from the cycle of birth and death. He is the only one who can give. So everyone is eager to reach him. Nidaravya means he is unaltered in the least, despite being enjoyed and experienced by his subjects. Even though he keeps giving and giving and giving, he remains the same. So he is unchanged, he is unaltered. That is Nidir Avyaya. Nidhi means wealth, he is not altered. Bhutadaye Namaha, Nidirabhyaye Namaha. Next Nama is Sambhava. Sambhava means something that happens, like manifestation, or it happens, an incident that happens instantaneously. And Bhagavan shows himself or reveals himself as various incarnations from time to time to virtuous people. We have seen how he showed himself to the Alvas, the Mudalalvas. Similarly, in Mahabharata, he shows his Vishwarupa Darshanam, or he manifests, reveals himself in Vishwarupa Darshanam to Arjuna when he is talking to him about Bhagavad Gita, where he is telling him why he should fight. So Bhagavan appears from time to time to his devotees who are surrendering to him and who look up to him for their salvation. The Nama is Sambhavaya Namaha. In Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, verse 8, Krishna says how he manifests again and again to annihilate the evil or to kill the bad people and establish dharma. We have seen the Dashavataram, Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Nrisimha, Vamana, Parasurama, Balarama, Rama, Krishna and Kalki Avataram. The sloka goes as Paritranaya sadhuna vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samstavanataya sambhavami yuge yuge. Sambhavami, I will come yuge yuge, again and again, to establish dharma. Dharma sansthapanam, to do the establishment of dharma and to do good for the sadhus. The next Nama is Bhavano, which means he annihilates the evil or he kills the evil people, the asuras, and gives happiness in all his incarnations to his devotees. Just like he came for Bhakta Prahlada, he came to give Gajendra Moksham, and he came to kill Hiranyakshan, and as Krishna, he came to kill so many asuras, and during the Ramavataram, he came to kill the Ravana and many of the asuras, and which gives relief to the other good people. So he always annihilates evil and gives happiness in all his incarnations or avatarams to the devotees. Nama is Bhavanaya Namaha. Bhakta Prahlada is a little boy who was the son of Hiranyakashipu, who had a boon. Hiranyakashipu's boons was that he would not be killed in so many ways, either by man or by animal, or whether it is the daytime or the night time. Nobody should use weapons to kill him. There are so many restrictions. So things get into his head and he says, I am the supreme. But his little son, who has learned a lot from sage Narada when his mother was pregnant with him, realizes that Om Namo Narayanaya is the best mantra and Sriman Narayana is the supreme, and refuses to say Om Namo Hiranyakashipaya Namah. And at one point, the king gets angry and starts shouting at the little boy, showing him each of the pillars and saying, where is your God? Is he here? Is he here? And Prahlada says, he is everywhere. Thunilamirpar, Thurumbilumirpar. He will be in the pillar and he will also be in the dust. And when Hiranyakashipu kicks one of the pillars, Lord Nrisimha, in the human lion form, comes and kills Hiranyakashipu with his fingernails, and which is in the doorstep, and he does it in the evening during the dusk time. So he kills Hiranyakashipu and also keeps all his boons which were given to him and does it. That is the greatness of Bhagavan. Since he came instantaneously at the call of little Bhakta Prahlada, Narasimha is one which is worshipped by many of us to get salvation from all of our problems in this Bhulokam, as well as to get salvation and reach the abode of Sriman Narayana. The next Nama is Bharta. Bharta is one who gives himself to protect his subjects. He is very concerned and he loves his devotees, those who surrender to him unconditionally and who have Mahavishwasam in him. He gives them himself to protect them. Bhartre Namaha. The next Nama is Prabhavaha. Bhagavan Sri Mahavishnu has the innate quality of not being affected by any of the misdeeds of his devotees. And in any of his avatars, whether in Matsya, Kurma, Dashavataram, or the extended 24 avatars. As we already said, he is like the water which stays on the lotus and just washes it off. So he is Prabhavaha. Nama is Prabhavaya Namaha. The next Nama is Prabhu. He is the one who gives liberation to all. He is the only one who can give that liberation from the cycle of birth and death, mukti or moksha. In Ramayana, it is said that at the end of Ramavataram, Lord Rama took everything, whether it be a blade of grass or a person or an animal, he took everything along with him to Sri Vaikuntham and gave liberation to all of them. He is the only one who can do that. That's why he is called Prabhu. He is the supreme, the biggest. The Nama is Prabhave Namaha, Ishvaraha, which means he is more close to us, earthly beings, in his incarnations. Like in his Rama Avataram and Krishna Avataram, he was born and he lived as one amongst us to show what is good and what is bad, what should be done and how one should live. He showed what is Dharma and what is supreme. And like when he showed his Vishwarupam to Arjuna, he showed his supreme form. But when he was Krishna, he came down to the level where he goes to as a messenger to the Kauravas, as a messenger of the Pandavas. And in Ramavataram, he is very close to people as Guhan, who was a boat rider, and like Vibhishana, who was his arch enemy Ravana's brother. He was very close to him and he gave him all support as soon as Vibhishana surrendered himself to Bhagavan. So he is close to people during his incarnations than in his supreme form in Sri Vaikuntham. This is Ishwaraya Namaha. In Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, verse 24, Lord Krishna says to Arjuna how his physical form is mistaken by the unintelligent people who do not understand his eternal, supreme, transcendental form. They think of him as Krishna in a physical form. The sloka is Avyaktam Vyaktimam Apannam Manyante Mam Abuddhayaha Param Bhavam Ajananto Mama Avyayam Anuttam. So in this third sloka, we have seen how Bhagavan is everything and how he comes to protect his devotees who surrender to him unconditionally and have Mahavishwas in him. How he shows his true form and how he is a Prabhu, he is the supreme, and he shows his supreme pure form in all his incarnations, and he is during these incarnations he is also very close to the people who live at that time. This comes to the end of the fourth sloka. See you in the fifth sloka.